Hello and welcome back. This is going to be a 180 word per minute Q&A. It will be a 5-minute take, and if there are words that you hesitate on, please mark them and then go back and practice those until you have no hesitation. Okay? And we will begin. Technology is inescapable. Throughout human history, ninja innovators, people, companies, and institutions that live by the mantra innovate or die have changed the way we live, work, communicate, and travel. They've revolutionized our health, education, military, politics, economy, and art. Looking at the history of technology stretching back across centuries and countries, we see long fallow periods of cultivation interspersed with brief seasons of spectacular growth. The harnessing of fire, the advent of farming, the invention of the wheel, the written word, the invention of the printing press, the control of electricity, and invention of the phonograph and the camera in the 1800s. The Wright brothers' first flight in 1903, and the development of the Model T in 1908. The discovery of antibiotics and proliferation of vaccines. The conception, blossoming, and widespread adoption of the radio, television, telephone, and computer. We are living in such a moment right now. Milestone after technological milestone races by us so fast that it's hard to keep track of their exponential growth and impact. No sooner do ninja innovations enter the market than they change the market. Sometimes they merge with other ninja innovations, creating something entirely new. Wireless broadband connects us anywhere, anytime, untethering us from our desks. Today's smartphones are more powerful than the computers that took the Apollo spacecraft to the moon. More than 1 billion hours of content are streamed on YouTube every day, and you don't have to live in Hollywood to be a producer. Using our own DNA, gene therapies can cure some cancers, regrow skin, and restore sight. And the Mars rover is taking us beyond the confines of planet Earth to chart what's possible for the future. This trend won't slow down anytime soon. Ninja innovators will continue to race toward the next century thanks to advancements in physics, mathematics, and engineering. These innovations will bring with them tremendous changes and tremendous challenges. Some are predictable, so we can prepare ourselves, our businesses, and even our governments for the opportunities and obstacles that rapid change will bring. Automation and artificial intelligence will make some jobs obsolete, but they will also create new categories of jobs that didn't exist today. Self-driving cars will eliminate car crashes caused by human error, saving hundreds of thousands of lives every year. Faster broadband connections and 5G will open up new job and tourism opportunities for people living in remote places. Other changes are still up in the air. Will Bitcoin upend traditional banking? Will we still have malls? Which companies will lead in social media, search, and online shopping? Will drones replace trucks for daily deliveries? Will governments give the tech industry breathing room to innovate? Or will new technologies be squashed in their infancy? We can guess, but we won't know for a while. 50 years ago, we could not have foreseen how the internet would transform the global economy. 50 years hence, we will again be adjusting to things we don't yet know. Changes that will eventually seem inevitable, but right now are unimaginable. Stability seems sensible in the minds of so many unknowns, but sameness is not a winning strategy. In our fast-moving economy, businesses that stick with what's worked in the past will eventually be left in the past, and consumers who consciously avoid the opportunities available via connected devices risk missing out on the wealth of jobs, products, and experiences we can now create and share with each other. Change has always cast doubt on forward progress, and some among us work overtime to preserve the status quo. It's an age-old tension. The Luddites in England destroyed weaving machines in the early 1800s, and they feared losing work as hand weavers. Bank tellers in the 1970s dreaded the introduction of the automatic teller machine, ATM, yet their ranks have nearly doubled between 1970 and 2010, since banks could afford to open more branches. And now the number of branches is falling again thanks to new technological innovations such as mobile banking and artificial intelligence. It is human nature to fear and even resist the uncertainty of the future. Yet our very humanness is defined by the certainty that we have a limited amount of time. Winning in the digital world means making the most of that time. Winning in the digital world means making a conscious effort to embrace innovation. Tomorrow's Luddites will struggle to preserve thriving brick-and-mortar, retail, and even certain white-collar jobs, travel agents, postal clerks, insurance underwriters. Tomorrow's ninjas will strive to leverage the buildings that we have a construct and strong and secure future. The question is, how do we prepare for the technological progress of the next century when so much is uncertain and unpredictable, known and unknown? A few years ago, I found myself sitting across from former Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld on a flight to Washington, D.C. Rumsfeld had recently published Known and Unknown, in which he reflected on his life and the challenges he navigated as Secretary of Defense under President Gerald Ford and George W. Bush. The book's title was taken from his comments at a 2002 news briefing when he said, "There are known knowns. These are things we know that we know. There are none known unknowns. That is to say, there are things that we know we don't know. But there are also unknown unknowns. There are things we don't know and we can't know." Okay? Take your time and practice this video as much as you can. I know it's a little difficult. It was kind of a tongue twister at sometimes, but rest assured that most of the time people will breathe between those sentences. So you got this. I have faith in you, and the fact that you're here and practicing means that you really want to succeed. And I'm with you, behind you, cheering you on. See you on the next one.